Are you looking for an associate's, bachelor's, master's, or doctorate that you can hang on a wall just to show people that you have some bit of intelligence? Would you like a major that is completely and absolutely useless? Come to DeFry State University. We at DeFry specialize in making paper that you can put on the wall. DeFry State University. Just ask Harold.
Trash. I love trash. Yum yum trash. I want to eat trash.
Was anyone else upset that Kyle 2.0 wasn't selected to replace Morty? Yeah, well, this is a two-part special that happened last Sunday. I'm only going to do one episode at a time, so let's work on the first one. This introduces the fact that Morty's relationship towards Rick and how he sort of became dependent on him a bit for adventures. The episode begins obviously with Morty cleaning up a lot of Rick's messes, usually from him being drunk. Of course, my favorite part is the hole that was created by his spacecraft. It was obvious that it was him that did the whole thing. And then, of course, he comes back and he has to explain why he's filling up the portal run with a lot of Mountain Dew. We later find out, of course, the portal solution's a little toxic. And, of course, Morty accidentally gets some of the portal fluid on his hand, and there's now a dimension to this guy Nick in an insane asylum. At this point, Rick then basically gives him an ultimatum, like, ship up or I'm going to replace you. I particularly love the fact he went out of his way and built a whole wheel. I really gotta wonder though, is Paul Giamatti half angry he wasn't selected? And of course, he gets two crows. The funny part about it is that the two crows are never named. Yeah, he never names it, just referred to as two crows. That's it, they're just called two crows. And he bribes them with Quaaludes. And of course, Morty goes out to hang out with Nicholas. We find out Nicholas is in an insane asylum. He's a bit of a psychopath himself. I love the fact when they start trashing Rick's garage, Jerry joins in. I actually wish they made me look even more enthusiastic about it. I mean, let's face it, no one's messed with Jerry's life more than Rick Sanchez. Of course, Rick goes on his little adventure. We find out the crows are very empathetic when they see a bunch of Furbies being mashed with a meat hammer. They ask Rick to basically save them as opposed to complete the mission. Rick immediately goes like, yeah, you're gonna go on another adventure. Your adventure's you're being fired. He sends them all to an avian planet where he naturally assumes that they're just gonna fit in right away. Reality, the avian planet has these super sentient crows living on it. They're giant. And it also developed a tractor beam as well as a tractor beam override. I especially love the fact though when they get back to the garage, they start explaining the humor behind the wheel. And basically saying, wait a minute, you're basically going out of your way to basically say to your grandson that he's completely expendable. And you're using us as a way to basically say how expendable we really are. Including the fact that you not only include that, you also include garbage Goober and sentient crap. I love the fact they used Chekhov's gun in this one, particularly the train tracks and the train. Like, you naturally assume, you knew at the back, the moment the train came on the screen, it was going to be a plot device. You knew it. Of course, originally you thought, he's going to be thrown into a train, Nick. Because, at this point he's developed as being psychotic. He obviously either wants Morty to follow him or he wants to kill him. So right about the train was probably going to be the final solution. I love the fact though they decided to do a little swerve by Morty using the train on himself. And of course, that resulted in Nick's death. Basically in a complete end around to get to the same result. And of course, Rick defeats the sentient crows. I love the fact though that we find out that the crows are now become addicted to Quaaludes. We have a little somber moment at the end where Morty starts crying. We find out later that Garbage Goober got a doctorate for no apparent reason. And oh yeah, we find out that Rick is decided to start his own spin-off. Wow, it's going to be 1,000 episodes, 9 seconds apiece. Sounds like a great series. I I can't really wait to watch it. It's only going to last 3 minutes of the next episode. And it's going to be really good! Okay, it's a pretty strong start off for the final episodes of the season. Kind of weird that they just didn't make it one full episode, instead of just made it divided into 2. I think I should tell you that I had to watch it via Google Play. As you know, I don't have Cartoon Network on my cable system anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much Comcast's fault. I think I said that in the first review, actually. Yeah. This was a very good episode. I'm surprised they didn't go Wonder Egg Priority, where they'd have a 40-minute special they constantly hype up, and only 19 minutes of the episode is an actual episode. The rest is just a brief recap of what was going on. That's how they should have done it, right? Build it up for months, and then only have 19 minutes of new footage. As you know, I'm going to divide this up into 2 reviews, so I'll do the second half. It'll probably be up very soon. Until then, well, love a dub-dub!